Welcome to Pepper's Quiet Corner. I'm so glad you found your way here. This is a place for anyone who has been moving too fast for too long. Anyone who has been giving too much and keeping too little for themselves. Anyone who is somewhere in the middle of healing and isn't quite sure what that's supposed to look like. You found the right place. This is Pepper. She's an 8-year-old miniature Schnauzer, and she has been quietly observing life from her bed for years now. Watching, thinking, resting, and somewhere along the way she started sharing her wisdom, and people started listening. Because Pepper doesn't rush. She doesn't hustle. She doesn't perform productivity or pretend she has it all together. She just finds her sunny spot and stays there until she's ready to move. And honestly, that's the most radical thing I've ever witnessed. So we created Pepper's Quiet Corner. A space that feels like a Sunday morning. Soft light coming through the window. A warm drink in your hands. Nowhere to be. Nothing to prove. Just you and Pepper. And whatever you needed to hear today. So get comfortable. Take a breath. You're allowed to slow down here. Welcome home. I want to start with something Pepper has been trying to tell us for a while now. You're doing enough. Not you will be doing enough when you finish the project. Not you were doing enough back when things felt easier. Right now, today, as you are doing enough. I know that's hard to believe, especially on a Monday. We live in a world that measures worth by output, by productivity, by how much you crossed off your list today. And most of us are walking around carrying this quiet shame that we haven't arrived yet at the version of ourselves we think we should be. We compare our healing to other people's highlight reels. We compare our rest to other people's hustle. We compare our Monday to everyone else's perfectly filtered week. And somewhere in all of that comparing, we forget to just be here. In our own life, in our own body, doing our own thing at our own pace. Pepper never compares herself to anyone. She wakes up every morning and her only agenda is to find the sunniest spot on the bed and rest in it fully. She doesn't look at other dogs and wonder why they're more productive. She doesn't feel guilty for napping twice. She doesn't apologize for being still. She just exists, fully, peacefully, in whatever moment she's in. And I think that's the most important lesson she's ever taught me. You are allowed to just exist today. Without performing, without proving, without producing. You are allowed to be exactly where you are. Pepper has this one piece of advice that stops people every single time. You can't pour from an empty bowl. Fill yours first. It sounds simple, but most of us have spent years doing the exact opposite. We pour into everyone around us. Our relationships, our jobs, our families, our friendships. We give and give and give until there's genuinely nothing left, and then we wonder why we feel so hollow. And then we feel guilty for feeling hollow because we think we should be able to keep giving. We think needing to rest means we're weak. We think filling our own bowl first means we're selfish. But here's what Pepper knows that we sometimes forget. You cannot give what you don't have. A hollow person cannot give genuine love. A depleted person cannot give real energy. An empty bowl cannot pour anything into anyone. Filling your own bowl first is not selfish. It is the most generous thing you can do for the people around you. So today I want to ask you something. When did you last fill your bowl? Not perform self-care for someone else's approval. Not do the bubble bath because you saw it on someone's Instagram. Actually, genuinely fill your own bowl. Maybe that looks like saying no to something that drains you. Maybe that looks like sleeping in without guilt. Maybe that looks like sitting with Pepper for a few minutes and just breathing. Whatever it is, do that today. Fill yours first. I want to talk about something that doesn't get said enough. Healing isn't linear. It doesn't go in a straight line from broken to fixed. It doesn't follow a schedule. It doesn't look the same every day. Some days you feel genuinely healed, light, free, like you finally turned a corner. And then the next day, something small happens. A song comes on. A memory surfaces. A familiar feeling creeps back in. And suddenly you wonder if you've made any progress at all. You have. Healing looks like 2 steps forward and 1 step back. It looks like good weeks, followed by hard days. It looks like being okay, and then suddenly not being okay, and then being okay again. That is not failure. That is just what healing actually looks like. Pepper understands this. Some days she is full of energy, curious and playful and bright. And some days she just needs to nap twice. And she never once apologizes for the nap twice days. So neither should you. Give yourself permission today to be exactly wherever you are in your healing. Not where you think you should be. Not where someone else is. Just exactly where you are. That is enough. You are enough. I want to take a second and just tell you what Pepper is doing right now. She has found the exact center of the bed, stretched out completely, taking up every inch of space she wants without asking permission from anyone. She looks absolutely unbothered, and I think there's a lesson in that too. Stop waiting for permission to take up space. In your relationships, in your workplace, in your own life, in your own healing. You don't need anyone's approval to exist fully, to rest fully, to heal fully. Pepper certainly doesn't ask for it, and she's the wisest one in the room. Before we go, Pepper wanted to leave you with something to carry into your week. This week's card from Pepper's Quiet Corner. You've made it through every hard day so far. Your record is perfect. I want you to really sit with that for a second. Every single hard day you have ever faced. Every difficult moment. Every time you thought you couldn't get through something. You got through it. Every single time. Your record is perfect. Write that somewhere you'll see it this week. Put it on your mirror. Set it as your phone wallpaper. Let Pepper remind you every time you forget. Your record is perfect. If Pepper's cards are resonating with you, she actually put together a full pack of 30 affirmation cards designed just for your healing era. Each one has one of her pieces of wisdom beautifully designed so you can print them, save them to your phone, or use them as daily reminders. The link is in the description below and in the pinned comment. Pepper worked very hard at them, and she's very proud. Thank you so much for spending your Monday night in Pepper's Quiet Corner. This space exists because of you, because you showed up, because you needed somewhere soft to land, and we wanted to be that for you. Pepper will be back next Monday with something new. Until then, rest when you need to. Fill your bowl first. Take up space without apology. And remember, you're doing enough. You always have been. Good night.